Good morning. This is your Monday 707. My name is Victor Machoka, and it's always a pleasure to be in your presence. I am honored that you tuned in. For this next couple of weeks, we're talking about currencies, different types of currencies in life. I know you know about money, all right? A currency is something that you use to trade with in life, okay? Money, we use it as a means of trade. It's a tool of trade. But there are other currencies, up to about 7 different currencies that you can use to trade with in life. And this is a masterclass where we are going to talk about these 7 currencies. And for the next 2 weeks, we're going to talk about time as a valuable currency. Are you ready? Let's go. This is Masterclass. So everybody keeps talking about time being money. You know, time is money. Time is money. People are always talking about that. In different stages, you hear guys trying to quantify it, but sometimes we don't really understand the import of that statement. So today I'm going to introduce it by telling you about that. So the first thing that you'll notice is that when we describe time, we use the same adjectives that are used when we are describing money. So for instance, we talk about saving time, okay? The same way we talk about saving money. We talk about buying time, the same way we talk about buying currencies. We talk about spending time, the same way we talk about spending money. We use this same collocation because we are basically describing the same product. It is a tool of trade. It is a currency that is used to transact with in this world. Okay, so let's talk a bit about this time, and I'll make a statement that anybody who doesn't know how to manage their time, chances are they don't know how to manage their money. It is possible for you to know how to manage your time without knowing how to manage your money, but it is not possible for you to know how to manage your money without knowing how to manage your time. So one of the things and the attributes you will notice from successful people is they are very cautious about how they spend their time. Okay? Time is so important. It's the one thing that everybody has the same amount of. Everybody wakes up with the same 24 hours. And whenever you're quantifying the value of anything, you must be able to reduce it to the least common time denominator. If that thing is to have value, then you must be able to reduce it to the common time denominator. How much time is it costing you to do this thing? And this is evident even from life. When you look at pilots, for instance, before a pilot is hired to fly a commercial plane, they'll ask them, how many hours have you done? When they're looking at someone in the military, they'll say, how many hours has this person served? How many years has this person served? We are in the business of transacting and selling with time, okay? And think about it, even when someone goes to jail, the one thing they say is this person is serving time. And most people who are found guilty or they're in trouble with the law and they're given a choice between paying money and spending time in jail, what do they pick? They'll always pick paying money to get their time back. Because when a prisoner is in jail, the one thing that has been taken away from them is time. And time is more precious than money. So when you're looking at the different currencies, if you want to be successful and look at it well, you're always asking yourself, what is the time value of this thing? Think of time as US dollars and money as Kenya shillings, all right, or South African rand. It is a lower currency than time. So what would you rather have? $100 or 100 Kenya shillings? You'd always rather have the dollars. Why? Because inside the dollars, there are Kenya shillings. But you cannot find dollars inside the Kenya shillings because the dollar is a higher currency. Are we together? So when you're making decisions in life, ask yourself, what is the time value of this decision? What is the time value of this person? What is the time value of this thing that we are doing right now? As you're asking yourself the time value, and if you want to quantify, if it's a relationship, and you're asking yourself, does this person really love me? The question is this: how much time are they spending on you? That should help you answer that question. Whether or not you like it, the how is another story. But how much time are they spending on you? If you want to determine what is a valuable relationship, quantify it in terms of time. All right? When you're looking at education, how much time is this going to buy me? The wealthy people always look at time value. When you see a wealthy person buying a private jet, they have quantified their hours per day, and what they're doing is they are buying time that they would have wasted at the airport, they would have wasted it in a lounge, waiting for a flight. They can be able to move in and out of a specific country within a record time. They have quantified the value of that plane into time. So you have to be able to do that same transaction. And this is the difference between people who are wealthy and people who are poor, people who are successful and people who are failures. And this goes all the way to your level. When you're going to school, how many hours is that going to buy you? How many hours is it going to cost you while you're in school? Okay, when you're coming into a job, and let's say I've seen people who do this, when they look at a certain job, they say this job is going to pay me this much. How much time is that job going to take away from you? How many creative hours is it going to take away from you? Negotiating for flexi time is more valuable than negotiating for higher salary, because what you can do with your time is far much more than what you can do with money. Okay, all right. And finally, this is another thing. When you're spending time on something or with someone, always ask yourself, who is paying? You know, you and I can say we're doing business together. We are moving 100,000 between us. But the question is, who is paying and who is getting paid? So when you're spending time in a relationship, ask yourself, who is benefiting from this? In this relationship, when we spend an hour together, am I the one giving love? Am I the one giving affirmation? Whatever it is, am I the one giving during this time that we're spending together, or am I the one receiving? If you meet with somebody, when you meet with a psychiatrist, for example, and that person is billing you, they bill you per hour, right? They bill you by the hour, right? So what they're doing is they are giving you information, and they are giving it to you by the hour. So when you're in a relationship with someone, ask yourself, am I the one giving advice? Am I the one giving knowledge? The relationship between a teacher and a student is the teacher is giving knowledge, and they give that knowledge per hour. And that's why the student is the one paying for time. So similarly, when you're gauging the value of your relationships, ask yourself, when I'm with this person, am I giving knowledge or am I receiving knowledge? Am I giving love or am I receiving love? Am I giving affirmation or am I receiving affirmation? Who is the recipient during that time that you're spending together? That is what will tell you the valuable relationship and the invaluable relationship, or the relationship that has no value. Okay? Guys, remember, guard your time. It is the currency of life. It is one of the highest currencies of life. If you're not watching your time, you're losing out.